Welcome back to Emergency Intercom.
This is the last episode.
This is the last time you will ever see us. We came back into this kitchen and we decided, I actually don't know if people realize this is the corner of our kitchen.
No, we've said that like 1,000 times.
I said that to someone recently and they were like, you do that in your kitchen? And I was like, yes, that's in our kitchen. Like, which actually I'm just going to take it as like, oh my God, wow. Like I would have never imagined something with such high production quality can happen in a kitchen. But you put a woman in a kitchen and you'll be amazed by what can happen.
Yeah, exactly. I've been saying that. No, I've literally
We need to put them back in the... We need to go back to doing like, what is it? Home ed? Like home... whatever.
I took a home ec class in high school.
Yeah, we need to go back to doing that, but only girls join that. And then the boys have to go run laps and stuff.
Yeah, we get stronger.
And pick up wood.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to start this with the scam of the year. Like it for real is one of the most amazing things I have ever seen in my entire life. Like one of the most genius scams I've ever seen. Also, I saw a TikTok that someone made and it was that audio of like,
the Adriana Linker song of like, you turn me upside down.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like Inya, or if they don't, this is me listening to the podcast in 2050 if they don't stop vaping or since they never actually stop vaping or something like that. And I was like, damn, that's so real, except I'm not vaping, so suck my balls.
Except also like I will simply get surgery. Like I will simply have Vocaloid surgery. And then I'll just have tubes at the end of my fingers that I can like hold. And then I'll sound like those old videos in the 80s of people performing. I just
remembered this when I saw that commercial of the girl like talking through the voice box on TV. I was so deranged and like
you wanted
fucked
that.
Up that I wanted one of those. Like dude. I really like I wanted like the hole in my throat and everything.
That's what I love about you though, is you take a childhood dream and you make sure it happens because you're getting there.
Exactly. And all these haters saying, "Oh, stop vaping." Like, no, I want a Vocaloid box or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah, you chase your dreams. I'm just gonna get a synthesizer attached to it. Like I would just mod it the fuck out and everybody would be jealous.
Yeah, modular.
It'd be like the Hue app for your lights, except it's for my phone and I can open GarageBand and start tweaking with my voice.
The way that is probably going to be a thing in our lifetime when we're going to see
Ariana Grande when she's 90 years old on stage doing that.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to combine with like Machine and you're going to be able to do like all the TikTok voice filters but inside of your phone. Okay, scam of the year. I think they're a troll, I can't tell, but like whatever. I went to her Twitter page to screenshot these posts. I mean, it's truly amazing. Like, I've never seen anything like this in my life, and I don't think we'll ever see anything like this for a very, very long time. So this is the tweet. So it starts off by saying, "Hello, Twitter peeps. My friend Elizabeth is looking for an unvaxxed sperm donor. Her requirements are blue eyes, 5'10" or 5'11" or taller, STD free, must be natural insemination, and will not do IVF. DM me," which is fucking insane.
Which is so Vincent Gallo coded. It's actually insane.
Is so insane. And then she goes on to post, "My next post tomorrow will be no makeup photos of Lizzie with her age, sexual past, vaccination status, approximate location, and price to inseminate her. I will take 10% of the matchmaking fee to qualify."
Me when I'm the broker for my girl getting boned.
Literally. To qualify, you will need to send her the investment price up front, have 2 referrals coming from your unvaxxed status, send a clean STD test, send a close-up photo of your eye color and pictures of your upper body, marital status, can be married, but wife must be okay with it. So that's already like the most insane thing you've ever heard, right?
Yeah.
So she goes on to post again, "Hello again, Twitter peeps. Here are her details." And she posts 3 pictures of this like very beautiful woman, German, Swedish ancestry, body count 2 people, celibate for the past 2 years, 23 years old, unvaxxed, meat-focused diet, blah, 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 blah. And then she will have the support system of her younger brother and grandmother when this baby is born. Which
if she's only 23, how old is her younger brother? Like 20? Like I wouldn't be That doesn't sound like a trustworthy like trio. Like the oldest person in your family, your grandma.
Yeah.
You're the youngest person in your family, your little brother, and then you, who's only 23.
It's insane.
Can I see the picture of the woman?
They deleted it off of Twitter.
Fuck. I wanted to see if I should apply.
I can find Twitter. She's pretty beautiful.
Okay, we'll find her.
But
I'll find her.
Then she posts this long post saying like she is not looking for a husband or boyfriend. She will remain celibate after this. Your schedule must be free to accommodate her ovulation cycle. She will give you as much notice as possible. She has decided not to go through with the upfront fee, so don't worry about that. So the upfront fee that they were talking about is gone. She is asking that you remain in touch for the future for re-inseminations, as she's looking to have 3 children over the next 5 years. As you can see, she's incredibly beautiful, intelligent, and has a very nice childbearing body. Your offspring will be raised extremely well.
Okay, wait. As you can see, she's intelligent. Like, we don't know that. Though.
Yeah. She is asking. So this is where it gets interesting. She says, "Please." Oh my God, why can't I speak today? I've like literally stumbled over every fucking word. It's pissing me off.
Because you're just reading and you can't read.
I know, literally, it's so
it's
bad.
not that you can't speak, you can't read.
Okay, so then she says, "Please DM me your application. I will be in touch with further."
It's okay.
with further details if she seems or deems you qualified. Thank you. Oh, you can kind of see her in this picture.
Oh yeah, she's cute.
Yeah. So she goes to her DMs, this girl, the original poster, and she opens them to find thousands, I mean, literally thousands of messages from dudes who like meet her specific qualifications that are literally like begging to have sex with this woman and saying, yeah, my wife's okay with it. Like blah, 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 blah. Like I want to have sex with her. Like, let me have my child with her. She's beautiful. I'm beautiful. Let's make beautiful babies. Like whatever. So she goes through the DMs and then sends them all. She says, oh, by the way, like, she wants you to take a 23andMe DNA test. So she sends them a link to sign up for 23andMe, and probably 1,000 people respond, and they're like, oh, like I signed up, I took the test, here's my DNA results, I fit her qualifications. Well, people did some fucking digging, and 23andMe has a referral program that she gets $20 every single person that signs up to do 23andMe with her referral code. So this girl probably made $20,000 off of referral 23andMe links, just scamming horny, nasty old white men.
Okay, so when she said the intelligent thing, she was literally just talking about herself because she's a fucking genius. Literally,
is that not the most incredible scam you've ever heard?
A crazy scam.
Yeah, and it's like we won't see something like that in a very long time. And then that just made me think about like so much shit and how like there are so many scams happening right now that like we're not even like understanding that are scams.
There's a crazy one I saw somebody talking about. But before I say that, that's what I'm saying is like you leave a woman in the kitchen, you'll be amazed what she comes up with, because she later came out and said that she was in the kitchen cooking, and then she had that idea.
No, she didn't.
She did. She got on her IG story, and then she also sent me a HelloFresh link because she was like, I'm cooking this, and then I came up with this idea. You should sign up for HelloFresh, and then you'll be amazed what you think
scammed.
of. I signed up. I have 1,800 meals for this year.
So you gave her like, what is 1,800 times $20? Like $40,000?
Well, I'm gonna be eating good, so that's a positive outcome of it.
I don't know. But the one caveat to her scam, which I don't know if she didn't read the fine print or not, but I was looking through, and in the fine print it says that it's $20 Amazon gift cards, but like you can get a lot of shit with $20 on Amazon.
Yeah, you can literally like supply your whole house with new furniture.
Yeah.
Also, Amazon has everything now. Like you can literally live she could literally get an iPad off of there, get a few iPads, sell them.
Yeah, and you know
your money.
You know what's hilarious is after going through her Twitter, I realized after she scammed all these dudes, she kept the scam and the lie and the fraud up and was like, all right, we found our bull, and like posted this man and her together, and it's obviously like fake photos of this girl that she just screenshotted off of somebody's Instagram account, and like it's her with her boyfriend or something, And yeah, it was
It's
just
also so funny because
incredible.
what are you gonna do? Go to small claims court and explain that to a judge? Like, okay, so this might sound crazy, but my wife agreed that I could have sex with this really young, like, gorgeous girl.
Yeah.
But she stole $30 from me.
Also, like,
Like, the judge's gonna be like, okay,
Yeah.
like, why are you here?
I used to run a scam in high school where we would scam Starbucks.
ooh.
Yeah, so basically we would go in, we would order something.
Oh, and then just steal it off the table.
Well, you would wait, and then they would put it out. They would say the name, and then your friend would come and take it, and then you would go up and be like, "Someone stole my drink," and they'd be like, "Oh, we're sorry. Here's a gift card, and we'll make you another drink."
Damn.
Damn.
That's a lit ass scam.
Yeah,
I was
it was
gonna
good.
ask if y'all had any scams growing up because I tried a few, but like nothing really stuck.
I had a scam, but we're just gonna have to bleep my mouth and like. Actually,
No,
it
tell
wasn't.
it, tell it,
wasn't
tell
a.
it.
Or oh wait, actually, I do have a really good scam. But it was when we were on tour. There was somebody who will not be named who was
Classic.
literally sexually harassing the fuck out of me. Also, fun fact: this same person, I became friends with them because I might have said this story already, but
Tell it anyways.
this same person I met when I was really young online because they were a Harry Styles fan. It was this like cute guy, and obviously we all assumed he was gay because he would literally be online being like, "I want to fucking chug Harry Styles cum." So we were like, "Okay, like you're one of the girls."
He thought he was scamming. That's the thing.
Yeah, he thought he was scamming, and we were like, you're one of the girls." No, but he did scam the fuck out of me, but I scammed him back later on. Anyways.
No, tell them how.
Wait, I have to start at the beginning because I think I've told you this, but like I don't remember. But this part's just funny because like I didn't realize this until he started sexually harassing me. But me and him became pretty close. We were like tight friends. I thought he was gay. The way we interacted was so like, I'd be like, blah, blah, blah. And he'd be like, yes, purr. So I'm like, okay, yeah, like whatever. Never talked about girls, never flirted with me. It was very platonic. So I was like, okay, this is a safe space. I thought I just had like a gay homie online. And then at the same time, like while we're friends, there was this guy who had a really big crush on, and me and him were being like nasty fucking teenagers online. And I was like, I think I'm going to send him a nude, but like I'm scared to. I've never sent a nude. And this kid literally, we'll just call him fucking Xavier. This kid Xavier literally was like, oh, like
where the fuck
girl,
did you pull that name
I don't
out of
know.
your
The
ass?
first-
That's like the most like why not
Okay.
John Doe?
Okay, we'll call him fucking John. Okay, I only said Xavier because the first name I thought of, we know somebody with that name, and then I was like, I'm not gonna say that name.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And it was the closest one in the alphabet. So John, he was like, oh, just like send me the nude first and I'll tell you if it's like good enough to send to him. So I sent this kid a picture of my fucking boobs at the age of like, I was like 15. I sent him a picture of my boobs and he was like, OMG, like you look so fucking hot, girl.
Sis
like,
queen, you're eating boots,
literally.
Queenie Bean.
He kept it up to me. He was like, girl, you look so fucking good. Like, oh my God, you're serving boots. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, fine. And like, whatever. So that passed. Time goes on. I joined this tour. John is on the tour. And at first I'm like, oh my God, that's so fun. I get to meet my like longtime mutual who I'm friends with. He starts getting like really flirtatious when he finds out I'm getting on the tour. And I was like, whoa. And then I hadn't been on his Twitter for a long time because we kind of like separated by that time because I joined the tour when I was like 16, 17. So like a year had passed. And I go on his Twitter and he has a girlfriend. And I'm like, oh my God. And I start connecting the dots. I'm like, oh my God, this motherfucker got nudes out of me. And I fully thought he was gay. So time goes on.
Oh
We're
my
on
God.
tour. I somehow never really see him while we're on tour.
It was
like,
because he was a fucking freak. He
I
was
do my
so
best to
isolated
avoid him.
and weird.
He was such a freak. He was such a pervert. And like, not in a lit way. He was a fucking perv. Like, nasty
like there are
perv.
lit pervs, like your pervy uncle, like can be kind of lit sometimes. I'm kidding.
But he like, hello? Are you okay?
No,
You're hiding. So I somehow avoid him, but he keeps sending me like very sexual messages. Like the whole time I'm on tour, I'm ignoring them because I'm also like, you have a girlfriend. Like you are so weird. I'm not getting involved in this.
Also, he scammed you for
Out of
nudes.
nudes, which I never confronted him about, but whatever. I was just like,
You got your
I'll
lick
let
back.
bygones be bygones. Like, bitch, I'll take my L to like, I'll take it to the chin. Like, whatever. I'm
Was he
walking
pretty
down
to you at the
hallway.
time?
When I was younger, yes, but
Yeah.
by this time I was like, girl, like, Bitch,
Twink
you
death.
like no,
Literally twink
It's
death. I
literally-
want to see what he looks like right now because I know he aged horribly. Because he
Awfully.
was also like one of those like, I'm not gonna give any details into who he is, but just know he was like an emo scene teen.
Yeah, so like that was like, but I actually thought he was cute, but I was never attracted to him because I was also just like, in my head I had it so solidified that he didn't like women. So like there was no room for my brain to even go there.
Yeah.
But I'm walking down the hall
my
one
God,
day.
he's
He
so
opens
nasty.
the door. Also, mind you, he every weekend he'd be like, "Come to my room, come to my room, come to my room," like on Snapchat. And I'm like, "Leave me the fuck alone." One day
Ew,
he
dude.
somehow catches me walking down the hallway to my hotel room, and he comes out and he's like, "You want to come inside?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Why don't you just come in? It's just me in here." And I'm like, "That's why I'm not
Oh my
fucking
God.
going in." And then I literally turned and kept walking. He proceeds.
He's evil and stalking you. He was
Dude,
stalking you.
I proceed to go hang out with our other friends, and he starts like Snapchatting me. And I explained to the friends of ours what was happening at the time, and they were like, "Okay, start replying to him, and we're gonna take fucking pictures." So I would reply and be like, "What do you want?" He started asking me, mind you, we are all fucking minors. He starts literally trying to solicit sex for money from me. He's like, "If you come into my
Crazy.
room and give me head, I will give you $150. Also, no offense. Okay.
You're worth more than that, girl.
Yeah,
Don't
thank
let that
you.
affect you.
And me having never given head like before my life, low key, like at face value, that is what it would cost. But
Crazy.
I was like, what the fuck? And we're taking pictures of it. And then I was like, I remember I sent him a picture of my ID and I was like, let me know if this matches your girlfriend's ID because I think you might be messaging the wrong account. And like, we're just trolling him back and forth. And then he won't stop. And I was like, hey, just want to let you know I have pictures of all of this. And if you don't just send me $150, I'm going to fucking post it on Twitter. And then he freaked the fuck out and sent me money. And then our other homegirls on tour did the same scam because
Yeah,
word got
no
around.
way.
And we all were like, dude, he's been doing that to all of us. So he was sexually harassing
Every
everyone,
girl.
every girl on the tour.
Yeah.
And everybody, like, one of our homegirls, literally without our knowledge, was doing the same thing to him that night.
And sent him pictures of other nude girls.
Yeah, like
she
random
Googled
dude.
up hot nude girl and sent it to him, and he sent her like $200 over
Because
like 2 days.
he believed it was her. Mind you, like she sent like a tatted up girl too.
Yeah.
And like this girl did not have tattoos. But yeah, that's probably my best scam is
The finesse of a lifetime.
I got $150. And then our homies
We should
literally
blackmail
still
him.
went and posted all of it because he was like, no, literally he not only deserves to reap the financial consequence of that, but I just found out he was harassing all of y'all. No, he's not
Yeah.
getting away with it. And he tweeted it. And then the fucking manager from the tour actually pulled me aside and started to yell at me and was like, I can't believe you did that to him. Like, why wouldn't you just say something to me? And I was like, do you see how you're reacting to this right now? Like,
that manager was literally the worst person.
yeah, he was literally a predator.
ever
So he
met.
was like,
No,
why are
he-
you throwing my boy under the bus? Like,
Y'all,
can't we live?
There are so many stories, so many evil, wicked things that happened that like he's sued people before, so I can't talk about it. But like, dude, like creepy shit. I'll just say one thing that happened to me with him.
Oh,
but
I know this one.
I turned 17 on the tour. Like, and I was away on tour when I was 17 years old. And he got me a gift and I was like, oh, that's like really sweet. Like, thank you for the gift. Do you know what he got me? He got me boxer briefs, Calvin Klein boxer briefs, which like isn't inherently weird, but don't get a 17-year-old fucking underwear for his birthday.
Especially when you have the weirdest relationships with other young people on tour. Like,
and he would also be like, oh, he's like, Drew, you're like the sassy one. Like, you're so sassy and like, you're so quick at the mouth and you're sassy. Like, I just love your sassy nature, which is him hate criming me. Literally.
he was like, you're just so like crazy and like weird. You're creepy.
You're weird and not normal. And then one time I got into his car and actually
we were both in the car when this happened, I think. No, I wasn't.
He was taking me to the airport and I got into the car and you know how like on some cars like your phone automatically connects to Bluetooth. Well, he was sitting in the driver's seat and then he was like, oh fuck, I have to go check out of y'all's rooms because we stayed back an extra day. And he went and checked us out of our rooms because we were not old enough to do it. And he left the car and his phone was still connected to Bluetooth. And then I look at the screen on the car And on the screen, it's like the nastiest, grossest porn title I've ever seen. Like, and it's like X videos. Like, I don't even want to say the title, but it was like naughty, nasty, gross shit. And I was screaming laughing.
I thought you were going to say the Dropbox story.
Oh my God.
Because the Dropbox story
goes
so
crazy.
incriminating.
Ew,
So crazy. Also, the fact that like we fucking
Allegedly, everything I've said is allegedly. None of this actually happened. I'm making all of this up. This is all allegedly. Nothing
we're
happened.
writing this for like a really funny skit story.
Yeah.
We're just hoping somebody will just make skits out of these jokes we're making.
Yeah. So the Dropbox story is I had like a brand deal. I don't even know how old I was. I was probably 16 or 17. It was near the end of the tour. Maybe I was 18. I don't know. But I
no matter what age you are, the HR violation that ensued
and I think it was on purpose. The older I get, the more I'm like, this.
You don't do that and not know that that's on there.
Yeah.
Also, like, okay, just keep going because it's so funny.
So I had to like do a brand deal. It was like my first brand deal, and I had no idea like what the fuck I was doing, and like I needed to like upload the footage to my email, but the video file was too big. So like I texted my manager and I was like, hey, I need to know how to upload a video. I had like no money at the time, so I couldn't get my own Dropbox, and like file share or whatever that website is wasn't working. So he was like, oh, just use my Dropbox. So like, I'm like, oh, cool. So I'm like trying to figure out how to use Dropbox, and like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm like uploading the video, and then like I noticed that there are files on there, and like I'm a snooper. Like I snoop. Like don't give me anything.
Any person would have done this.
Like don't give me anything with personal information on it, because like I will find out what pills you're taking and know if I can get high on them. Like I will find out your tax history if it's in a drawer in your house. Like don't let me in your house because I'm a snooper. Especially don't let me in your Dropbox if you got this shit on there. So I like am going through the Dropbox, and like there's just a bunch of inconspicuous shit, like how much he's paying people, like whatever, like his like payouts for other people, and I'm like, ooh, this is fun. Like this is fun seeing how much we're all getting paid.
Also, it was crazy because that was like the beginning of the end because
pay discrepancies.
Also to like clarify for anybody who doesn't know, we were on this tour, like a social media tour, right at the beginning of like that era of that style of touring.
Like B-list or C-list MagCon.
Yeah.
Like that's what it was.
So it was like that era. Like I think this era too, the MagCon like series had come out, and that was kind of the start of it. That like when not Cameron Dallas, the really gross one, the like Taylor something, like the one who sucks. He was like, "Where's my per diem?" And we were all like, "Wait,
let me Google what per
is
diem
a per
is."
diem?" And then we found out because we weren't being paid. Like some people were being paid on tour, which we had no idea about until this.
Yeah.
But like none of us were being paid, and we were all like, "Oh, this is just for like so we can see our fucking friends and like actually explore the world." In a very small way, because he'd be like, "We're going to LA," but we're like in Torrance, stuck in a hotel with like no Ubers,
like landlocked, and we didn't have money for Uber, and like there was no pool.
Uber money, and he'd be like, "No."
Yeah,
but
that was another big scam.
That's what we're talking about, and we weren't being paid, and then you found all that out.
Yeah,
through
so I was
Dropbox.
like, oh, like I want to see like more shit. Like there must be good shit in here, and then I stumble upon a folder that was one of the most horrifying things in my life, and I'm not gonna speak about that because like that's not chill. But then
I know, that's what I was gonna say you can't mention one of the things because it was so fucking weird, and like literally I hope this person has sued this person. Whatever.
But then I scroll a little more and I like find another folder, and in the folder are a bunch of nudes, and I'm like, oh, like this is interesting, like what is this all about? And like I look and I see just a lot of wicked weird shit, and like I've never shut my laptop faster, and I wish I downloaded all that shit to my computer. If I knew how to, I would have, but like oh yeah,
that was like when we all saw Drew the next stop, he was like, y'all need to see this, and we all like gathered around the computer, like all of us, like literally like kids just like looking at me like, what? And at this point we all fucking hated him because you told us about the money thing, and we were like, oh, word, like now we know how much money he's making us or how much money he's making. He's never paid us. Then we started finding out that like
he had never paid you guys.
We never got paid for a single show.
We never got paid.
And the way
once.
he would like back it up like morally is that he was like, he would always, one time he literally tweeted a bunch of screenshots of him PayPaling me for brand deals, which I never saw the contracts of. Like
that's the craziest part.
We never saw contracts. We never saw anything. He'd be like, oh, this company wants to give you like $1,000 for this. Or like this company, like I think the biggest one was like, when my YouTube was like at its height, they were like, oh, this company wants to give you $5,000. I was literally a senior in high school and I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna literally get my parents a house.
Rich.
Like, I'm rich. And then as I got older, I thought about it. I was like, at that time, my videos were getting 1 million views each. And then I was like, oh my God, I never saw the contract. So he would just pick and choose amounts. And like, he would like, we got maybe each like 4 brand deals from him over the like 4 years of working from him. And
one of the brand deals I got was a Song Pop brand deal, and there are people still playing against my bot AI Song Pop's like account, and they'll like post it and be like, oh my gosh, Drew, like you're doing so good, and they probably think we're like best friends forever, but like no, it's not me. Like they made a AI bot that was me on Song Pop too.
But yeah, he would like, that was his way of like, anytime we would be like, hey, you're not paying us, he'd be like, are you not fucking happy? And we'd be like, I'm like happy, but like, I'm not really.
He was like, well, we can just stop the tour now if you want to be paid, because like, and you'll never see your friends again. And he would like hold our like friendships with each other. He literally
texted us that once. Like in the big group chat was like, I don't think I can keep doing this, because we found out some people were getting paid and the amounts they were getting paid was fucking insane. So we were
also, we were selling more tickets than everybody. Me and Inya, we had like a ticket pass together, and near the end of the tour, we were selling like a shit ton of tickets, and we were seeing no money. And the only way we got paid was through merch sales at the shows.
And even that, he would be like, "Oh my God, guys, you sold 300 hoodies. Congrats, here's $50." And we'd be like, "Oh my God, yay!" And then as we got older, we were like, wait a second, each hoodie is like $50. Why did we only get $50? But yeah, we had friends on tour who literally like had crazy merch sales and saw nothing of it. Like we all were ending up leaving the tour because we started to realize how much money he was making. Because when we were kids and we first joined it, like I don't even think I ever looked at the ticket, like how much tickets costed, because I was just like, oh, this is a fun thing to see my friends and I get to meet followers. Like I never thought that would be like a thing I get to do. And then as time went on and as we got older, we were like, wait a second, these tickets are like incredibly expensive.
Yeah, like $1,000 ticket packages, like crazy
insane
shit.
Also, like he would work us to the fucking bone because we would land on a Friday after school. So I would leave school, go straight to the airport, land, have to get to the airport, get an Uber on my own dime. Like, it was crazy. Like, I would have to get myself an Uber. Also, he would put us on Spirit flights all the time.
And
like,
his nasty, stinky, fucking decrepit, gross, rotten, disgusting, evil dog would sit first class with him on the planes.
Yeah, he would get himself
and he put us in the back on Spirit where my iPhone couldn't even fucking sit on the table, and my ass would literally fall off on these goddamn flights because I'm sitting on fucking cardboard next to like... Oh my god, I'm like getting angry again, dude. It's crazy.
No, it was,
also,
like,
he held us hostage with drugs. Like, he would literally like get us high, and then like we would be like, oh, if we go away, we get high. Like it was
like
crazy.
literally, if I go away, I can have like any substance.
Painkillers, muscle relaxers, weed, like it was
alcohol,
great.
Like everything you wanted as a child, like you could have, because this fucking crazy man. Also, he would put us on like the craziest, like I just went to Atlanta for the first time, like actually leaving the airport. I have been in the Atlanta airport 8 million times, because not only would he put us on Spirit flights, but we'd be going to like New York, and he would be like, okay, here's like a double stop flight from Miami to New York. Yeah. That's only a 3-hour flight, and it would become like a 5-hour excursion. We would land and then have to do a meet and greet like through the night. Then we would get fucked up and wake up like shaking hungover because he fed us alcohol and drugs.
In full-blown withdrawals.
Full-blown withdrawals, and meet like 400 people. And then he'd be like, all right, now go home.
Like we would have, it was so crazy. And meanwhile, while all of this was going on, my mom like was very concerned about it all. She was like, dude, like I don't know about this, like I want you to be able to do your thing and like like be happy, but like something feels wrong about this. And like, so she would be talking to this guy, the manager of it all, and he would just be blatantly lying to my mom about everything. And like, I don't know, it was just such a bizarre experience. And like, I wouldn't trade it for the world, literally.
Yeah,
I'm not even kidding.
was,
like
yeah,
at the end of it
awesome.
all, like it was lit. Like we were
Yeah.
fucked up. Like I don't know. It was super sick. That's like
the one thing I'll give it is I met like all of my, literally you, Christian, and Orion. I all met through that, and you guys are like some of my main like longtime friends.
Do you remember the first time we hung out? Like that was so sweet. That was so sweet.
It was fucking awesome, and
Yeah.
there's a picture to commemorate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so crazy. And then like towards the end, I just started becoming like subordinate as fuck. Like I became literally a monster to him because I was so pissed. And one time in front of everybody, like nearing the end, because he was like refusing to pay us.
He was so greasy and gross.
He was like refusing to pay all of us, and we were sitting in the dining hall of this fucking hotel, and we were having our lunch break, and he in front of everybody was trying to like clock me and like literally just boss up on me to like show like I still have power. And in front of everybody, he was like talking to everybody about like posting links for the next weekend for tickets. And then he points me out, he goes, "You haven't posted about like the shows in like weeks, like you're not doing your part." And I was like, I'm not. And I remember I said to him, I was like, if a brand has to post for me, like pay for me to post a link, you need to pay me to post a fucking link if I'm going to be selling tickets for you in front of everybody. And then he was like, "Are you serious? Like, are you trying to have this conversation with me right now?" Blah, blah, blah. And like, I just ignored everything he said. I can't remember what he said because he was so fucking disgusting, and he was wearing a gray shirt and he was sweating through it, and he just looked so nasty.
Like I have a picture of him in my head, and when I think of him, that's the moment I think of him, when he had like beads of sweat going down his face, and like he was all shiny and like had like just gross, like nasty old man hair, like ugh.
And he was wearing a gray shirt and sweating through it, and I was like, I literally in front of everybody go, "Why are you always so fucking sweaty? Like you are always sweating through your goddamn clothes. It's fucking cold here." And then he was like, I have kidney stones. Don't talk to me like that." And I was like,
He stormed
what the fuck
out.
does kidney stones have to do with it? And then he literally left the room, and we just like ate and went back to meeting people and acted like it didn't happen.
Fire.
And yeah, I just became like so awful to him, and like in front of everybody I would do it all the time. Like one time he was trying to get on my ass again, and I'd found out that he bought like one of his like minions a bunch of YouTube equipment, and then I was like, "You need to buy me a fucking ring light and a tripod." And he was like, "No, I don't." And I was like, "That's funny because I found out that you bought so-and-so and so-and-so that shit, so why the fuck don't you do it for me?" And I was like, "I'm literally getting the fuck out of here. Like, I'm not doing the meet and greet." And I got up to like act like I was walking out, and he was like, fine, like, "What's your address?" And I stood over his shoulder while he got on Amazon and ordered me a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
and I was like, and add that
stole
to it
his
too.
debit card, or didn't steal, he gave it to us, and then we went to 7-Eleven and we spent like $500 at
Like
7-Eleven.
we spent so much money, and I bought myself a bunch of Amazon gift cards, and then
We got
finally
our
we quit
stain.
because everybody started quitting because we were all like, "Oh my God, it's almost like you're scamming a bunch of children. This is bad." But on the same track of scams, before I
was
forget,
about to say I have like a couple things, some scams to talk about.
I can't believe I was actually able to ring this back in and just remembered it. Like, God is amazing. God is so good sometimes. But the scam I saw recently is this girl was telling a story about how she got stood up on a Hinge date, and she like went to the restaurant, she got stood up, and she was like, "Whatever, I already got all nice and pretty, and I'm not about to just walk out of this restaurant. I feel too embarrassed to do it. I'm just going to order myself a nice meal and just be like, this person didn't show up. There was a family emergency."
We should make this a
and
new segment on the podcast.
just talking about scams.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, I just decided to sit and have a meal to myself because I was like sad and I just wanted to treat myself." Another girl stitched it and was like, "I have a very similar story." And I was talking to my friend. She had a similar story, and they looked into it and found out that there are restaurants making fake Hinge and Tinder profiles and catfishing as people to bait people into going into restaurants, because they know that 9 times out of 10, if a woman shows up to a restaurant and gets stood up, she's probably still gonna dine there. So restaurants are doing it as a ploy to get people into restaurants to fucking fucking get meals and to like boost their business, because then the chances are that person's gonna be like, oh, this restaurant's nice, like I'll come back here.
People are so smart.
Yeah,
They're
like,
so
it's
devious
so
and
insane.
evil. Oh my god.
I heard another Hinge scam where this guy made an AI. He like generated like this really hot girl and made the photos super realistic, and then they matched with like thousands of guys in cities that had Soho houses, I'm pretty sure. And he had it so that her profile was like, the ideal date would be getting drinks at Soho House. So then like she gets on like the top, like what hottest people on Hinge, whatever, matches with like tens of thousands of guys. He automated a script to do this. And then the price of Soho House's stock like went up because they had like a
dudes with
7,000% increase in people that signed up for Soho House, and then he like longed the stock or something and made like $1 million.
Me?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Dude, people are like, bitch,
That's fucking
scammers are no
lit.
joke.
Yeah,
Like when
they're
they
geniuses.
are about their fucking money.
If
like
scammers put their energy, actually no, I'm not even gonna say that. Literally stay scamming because you're making bread. Like that's literally
I know,
stimulating the economy.
Yeah, like stimulate the economy, bro. Dude, this one scam I did when I was like probably like 13 or 14 is I don't know if I should say it, but I'm not gonna say it. I decided I'm not gonna
I
say it.
have some that I feel like I can't say because I'm
No,
like,
I was okay. What
they
I
weren't
did,
like evil, but they were like, I don't want to give literal children awful ideas.
I was okay. I'll tell you what I did. So what I did is, when I was really young, I went on a vacation to India. And while I was there, I found a call center for sale for $30. I bought it. And so every time your grandparents...
Wait, how old were you when you did this?
7. Every time your grandparents get a scam call, it's lining my pockets, motherfuckers. And that's how I make my money. And if you take that away from me, you're gonna burn. You're gonna burn with the rest of the people that tried to take it away from me. Remember the people buried in Central Park by the Big Rock? Oh, they tried to fuck with my pockets. They tried to fuck with my money.
And they learned their lesson.
And they learned their lesson.
Yeah.
And they learned their lesson. So yeah, since I've been 7 years old, I've been scamming old people out of money through call centers.
So why do you do the podcast then? Because like this, in comparison, this isn't like as financially like fulfilling.
It's because I am passionate about it.
Oh yeah. This is your passion project.
Yeah, I'm passionate about it.
You're so stupid. I was like, what are you gonna say?
No. But I did get scammed before, and I love my get scammed story. Have y'all been scammed before?
Yeah, I've been scammed so many times. One time this one's a stupid scam, but it was still in the beginning era of Grailed. It's actually so mean because I bought it for my friend and then I just like looked like a liar, but I showed him the receipt and showed him I got scammed. But me and my friend in like geometry class or some shit, we would always joke with our...
What's geometry?
Geometry?
Mm-hmm.
Is that not like how you say it? Or oh wait, no, you're only 13, so you don't have that class
I don't
yet.
know what geometry is.
Oh, it's like a math related class. You'll get it in high school.
Math is just numbers. Why don't they just call it math?
Well, it's because it's like a little more... I don't know why, actually. That's a really good question. Someone like you is so insightful. It's
Do you
beyond
know
my...
what geometry is?
Is geometry not like when it's like shape-based?
Yeah. I was like so scared you didn't know.
No, I know. I
I
only know that because that was the only type of math I was good at for some reason.
Dude, that
like,
math is fun and lit because you
it's
can
like fun.
visualize it.
Yeah, because you're looking at images.
Yeah.
So it's like, ooh, like I bet I could guess how long this side of this triangle is.
Yeah.
And it's like fun. But then like algebra and stuff, I was really bad
Fuck
at.
algebra, dude. I literally failed. Oh my god. It's so sad. It was like I was like going into like 6th grade and we were taking like pre-algebra classes and all the cool kids took the pre-algebra class. And I took it and I did really good. Going into 7th grade.
Yeah, everyone does beasts at pre-algebra and then they get into algebra and it's like,
and then in 7th grade, the first week of class, I had no idea what the fuck was going on. And I was just guessing. And it was and all of my friends and peers knew what to do. They were passing. It just wasn't clicking with my brain. It was so bad that my teacher pulled me out of the class to have a conversation with me and was like, look, Drew, like, you don't know what you're doing, and like I don't have time to teach you how to do it. So like you need to really, really consider going to a regular math class. And I went to a regular math class, and I cried in the hallway because I was so embarrassed because I had never not been good at something I tried. And that was the first time it happened, and I learned a big lesson.
That was the first
today.
and last time.
Yeah.
Well, I was so bad at math. Like, I'm just really bad at math.
Can I tell my scam story real quick?
Yeah, this is like so quick though. When I did the SATs, I forgot that I had to bring a calculator, and I bombed the math section. Like, I literally, it was senior year, and I couldn't even remember how to do long division at that point. And I was like, damn, I am fucked.
And
like,
is actually the first person to get a score on the SAT below 10.
Yeah, I was like...
She got a 7.
Don't you get like 100 for writing your name or something?
yeah, she didn't know how to write her name.
No, you're thinking of the ACT.
She didn't have
emojis. Dude, she didn't have a calculator. How was she going to write her name?
I just like drew boobs in all the like spots, and I was
Bro,
like,
if I was grading,
whoever grades this is really horny.
I was going to say, if I was grading that test, you would have got like a 3,000.
I did really good on reading and writing though. Like, I killed that.
Yeah, you've always been like
but then math,
ooh,
like my SAT score was just passing because I got like almost 100% on reading and writing. I like killed it. And then what like plummeted my score was I'm not kidding. I don't even think I got above like an 800 or like what's like the total tally? I think it's 1600. I think I got like a 1300, and it's because I got like almost 800 on my SAT, and then I literally got maybe 300. I don't know if those are the right numbers. It was actually so long ago at this point, which is kind of scary. But yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah. What was I going to say?
Your scam.
Oh, yeah. So this is about me getting scammed, because I feel like it's only right if we talk about scams we've done that we have to talk about scams we've got by. And like everybody's been gotten by a scam at one point in their life. I know it, and you might not know it, but you were scammed. But one scam that got me, which I feel like it's almost like a rite of passage, like for boyhood, is I was playing Modern Warfare 2. And like, if you know anything about Modern Warfare 2, you know that there were like modded lobbies, like randomly, where you would join the lobby and you would have every gun unlocked, every camo unlocked, every every like calling card and emblem and all that shit would just be unlocked. And I wanted that so bad. And it would be on your account for like 24 hours. It was like a virus. I forget what they called it, but I wanted it so bad, and all of my friends got it. They would just randomly end up in these lobbies. And I was like, what the fuck? Why don't I have good luck? Like, invite me next time. Like, what the hell? Like, text me or something. Like, I want to be in one of these lobbies, because all my friends had everything unlocked, and I was just still like a fucking scrub. So I had the wise idea to get on eBay, because I knew you could buy shit, because I like had a JTAG Xbox, because I wanted to learn how to make modded lobbies myself, and like I wanted a lag switch. We've talked about those before in the last episode, and I saw links that you could buy these modded lobbies where like if you bought it, you would be invited to a modded lobby of like 40 people, and they would infect you with the mod, so your account would now be able to infect other people with the mod. So I was like, oh, I could like even sell this. Like, this is lit. Like, I could sell this to my other friends that don't have it. So I bought it, and it was like I remember it was $25.50. And I bought it on my dad's credit card because I didn't have any fucking money. And so I took his card, bought it, whatever. So I wait for the email. I get the email, and he's like, okay, like, what?
I literally ate that. I laughed because I thought of DD McDoo.
DD Mega Doo Doo.
Why do I keep saying DD McDoo, but it's DD Mega Doo Doo. Sorry,
we'll get into that in a second. But so I bought it, and I'm waiting. I get the email, and in the email, he's like, okay, for you to join my lobby, I need your password and your email to your account. And I was like, oh, okay, like, yeah. And so I give it to him.
So stupid.
Yeah, I know. But I was like, I don't know. I was old enough to know not to do that, but I did it anyway.
You definitely like had Twitter and stuff at this point, and like you should have known.
Yeah, no. It was like pre-Twitter. It was like,
I guess, yeah, because, yeah.
I remember like it was before Twitter because like actually shortly after this, my friends were trying to explain to me what a hashtag was, and I literally could not comprehend what a fucking hashtag was. And they couldn't explain it either. And I still to this day don't think anybody can actually verbalize what a hashtag is on Twitter. But it's like literally like just like a silent rule that we all know. It's so weird. But I give him my email and password, and then I'm just waiting for him to email me back. He doesn't. And I'm like, oh, cool. He just took my money. Like, fuck this guy. But he had given me his gamer tag. So I join a party with him. And I'm like, hey, like, when are we going to do the thing? And he was like, oh, are you... And then said my gamer tag. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, like, we're hosting the lobby soon. Sorry, I forgot to send you the email. And he was like a kid my age. Yeah. And I was like, oh, word. Like, this is interesting. This is exciting. Like, I'm going to be in the lobby soon. And then I am sitting there and I get logged out of my account. Like 3 seconds after I join his party and talk to him and leave the party. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. So I go to log back in, and I'm able to log back in, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that was so weird. And then so I joined his party again, and I just like wanted to chop it up with him. And he was like, just talking to me about random shit. And then I get logged out again, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I can't log back in. So I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, he changed, like the kid changed my password. So then I like start running and screaming because my dad's card is on that account, and I didn't want him to like get his information somehow. So I finally tell my parents I got scammed, and they're fucking pissed. So then my mom is like, how do I talk to this fucking kid? You were talking to him. How would I fucking talk to him? And she was like cussing at me, and she was angry. So my mom logs into my brother's account, adds him, and gets on the mic and starts screaming at this kid. And he's like, my mom's like, give me your fucking mother. I need to talk to your fucking mother. Like screaming at him. And like, he's like, give me my kid's account back. If you take any of our fucking money, we're suing you. We're going to ruin your life. And like, all this shit. And the kid starts crying and gets his mom on. And my mom starts talking to this kid's mom about scamming. And the kid is in the back, like screaming like, no, like, please, I didn't do that. Like, and the mom's like, give the kid the password to the account. So then he gives me the new password and the email, and I log back in. I get my account back. My older brother changes the password, and that was the rest of that.
My prideful ass would have taken that to the grave. Like I wouldn't have told my parents. I would have been like, ugh, and just like prayed that I got like no word back from it. I was
so scared, dude. I remember it was like the most scared I've been in my life until I got chased by a man in my own home who was a Kai.
It was being scammed on Modern Warfare, and then being chased by a burglar. Modern Warfare 2 hacker. Yeah, but fun end to the story is I actually ended up getting a modded lobby. Yeah. And I had everything you wanted. I had the 10th Prestige emblem and everything, and if you know, 10th Prestige was the go. It was like the spinning skull. I only thought of the DD Mega Doo-Doo because I was thinking about like, oh, I wish I could hack my Fortnite and like play a hacked lobby, and like thinking about that, and then I thought about me playing it last night and somehow ending up on DD Mega Doo-Doo.
I don't remember how we got there, but
because I was watching the Gypsy Rose thing, which if you were watching the Gypsy Rose Lifetime thing, I am so fucking upset. This is a spoiler, but I think you would get to this anyways, and you would stop watching too. They are trying to make it like a reality show, Kardashians ass thing, where it's like the drama between their marriage. Like they're already and they're doing like interviews with the husband and stuff. This is before she got out. And like, I literally stopped. I think it's episode 7 or 8. I stopped watching last night because I was like, no, you're not about to brainwash me into watching like a TLC reality show of fucking Gypsy Rose. Like, I want the tea. I want crazy shit. I don't want this, like, made-up thing of, like, he's sitting down with the family trying to convince them he loves her. Like, what the fuck am I watching, bitch? Fuck you. I don't give a fuck like that. And I just don't fuck with it. And I'm like, no.
The comments?
The D was fire.
Yeah, the D was fire.
The D is fire.
The D was fire.
And then he goes... Exactly. I don't care about the haters. Come and get it.
Yeah,
that's sexy.
That is crazy.
Also, he looks just... Okay, let's talk about this. He looks just like her mother, which I was thinking about it last night. I was like, dude, like that girl is never gonna have a normal life. It is so dark. Every single person that comes into her life is going to be using her for fame, money, and fortune. I'm not saying that he is, but she will never have a friend. Like, she can never leave this guy. Like, it's just so dark to me.
She's
like,
just so, like...
It's such an evil situation.
Her life is being projected in such a way that she'll never just walk into a random place and people not know who she is.
Yeah, it's
like even more so than before. Like her life was already headed for that, but the fact that she got on TikTok and immediately got like 10 million followers, like you're toast.
Yeah,
it's done.
But I will say something else funny that happened with the Gypsy stuff is like before when she first got out and everyone was commenting like slay, like your mother, slay mother, your mother, like you're serving, like slay mother, slay mamas, like all that shit in her comments, and everyone or someone was like, wait, maybe we shouldn't say that because she literally slayed her mother, like she literally slayed her mom, like maybe we don't say that to
start
her.
saying that in her comments. I saw yesterday also, like in the last episode, it was like she goes, I'm literally a murderer, and that kind of, I was like, all right, let's reel back a little because you didn't do shit.
No,
like,
you did not do shit.
You're not
Gypsy.
a murderer. You're just like you Instacarted a murderer. You're not a murderer.
It's like if you poke the bear enough, they're gonna attack.
Yeah, like I was just like, but for some reason, like I was like, all right, now you're trying to get street cred that you don't really own. Like,
no, she is. No, she's a killer. She's hard as fuck.
Yeah, she's like the killer, but like metaphorically, like she's
killing the game. But yeah, also Ariana Grande dating someone that looks just like her brother. There's some weird, creepy shit going on.
That's always a thing, though. It's like, I can name like 3 other people who I'm like, the person you're dating is literally related to you. But that's like classic. That's like sibling or relationship.
Also, we never talked about Frankie Grande's "I'm a Rock and Roll." That
I'm
song.
a rock and roll
Queen of the evolution, baby.
I'm an icon, baby.
An institution.
But yeah, we got to Dee Mega Doo because I was watching it and they kept saying Dee
and I was just like Dee Mega Doo Doo. God, dude, that's one of the best videos ever. I'm sorry.
Dee like even Mega the real name is like Mangudu.
Oh,
like,
I forgot.
Dee Mangudu.
I forgot to say, like, my thing this year is gonna be poop. Like, I love like the word poop again. Like,
I hate that so much because he said it in the car, dead serious. Like, we were shopping for a candle for the house, and he was like, should I ask if they have poop scent? Like, and you said it loud enough for the guy to hear, and he kind of chuckled. And I was like, oh my God, you were literally a child. Oh,
do you think they make poop flavored perfumes? Because I really want poop
flavored perfume.
I really want to smell like feces. And like when you're in like a nice establishment, like a Le Labo or a Diptyque, you can be like, do you have like fecal scented perfume? Because it's like more elegant to say fecal matter.
Rather than poop.
Yeah, but I also wanted to bring up the fucking video I sent in the group chat today of Ricky Dillon.
You know what's crazy, Drew? Look at this. Wait, please look at this. I saved this at 11:19 p.m. last night, and I saw you sent that in the group chat, and you know what I wrote? I said, it's fucked up even in a lip sync video. I can tell you have a lisp.
Dude.
Like, you cannot escape the lisp allegations even when you are not saying a goddamn word.
I think lisps are cute. Like, I'm not even saying it.
I mean, look at this video. Like, this video is actually fucking...
It is the funniest thing I've ever seen, and
this is something Josiah would do.
I know we need to give Josiah money to do this. Like, I will fund it. Also, the fact that Ricky Dillon has a song with Snoop Dogg will never not be the funniest thing ever. Also, no one's talking about this, but Snoop Dogg is actually 2 inches tall and living inside of Ricky Dillon's colon.
When it flashes that quickly.
Yeah, did you see they stole...
It's like Clockwork Orange.
Did you see they stole Quinn's face and made a mannequin out of her?
Are you kidding?
Like,
what?
Look. Somebody, like, made a mannequin head, and it's literally Quinn's face. Like... And then somebody added makeup to it, and it's literally her. And she's like, wait, should I fucking sue? Because they're literally stealing my face.
Dude, that's crazy.
Also, but like, you have to be a different level of sexy, hot, beautiful for people to be like, We need that.
Also,
I need that in my house.
The people that like recognize that, you have to be like so hot that like people like know.
Or like, this is Quinn.
Yeah, that's so fire.
But yeah, it's crazy that you sent that this morning because I was like, oh my God. But my last tidbit is I've decided that free black coffee as an amenity is the biggest slap in the face we have let go under the rug. Like,
explain.
Because like, I feel like, for example, like in lounges and airports, it's supposed to be like, ooh, like I'm so much better than now. Like you're going to go down there with all the stores and like no seats and I'm going to come up here and get free food. And like the free food in question is like some of the scariest food you've ever seen in your life. Like, I don't know why. Like buffet style shit just scares me in general because I'm like, not only is this just sitting here, but people are like all touching and interacting with it and that grosses me out. But then it's like, okay, you get free that and then free black coffee. Like that is literally the cheapest drink you can give to people for free. Like it is such a like low blow. Like you might as well give me nothing.
Fruit water.
Yeah, and the fruit water is also the craziest. Like
Dude,
it's like
banana water.
What if we cut up a single cucumber and put it in a big jug?
Banana water. People cut up bananas and
people
put them
do not
inside.
Put bananas in the water.
Literally, people put bananas in the water. Girl, there's fluoride in the water and there's bananas in some water. Like, let's talk about it.
All right.
Banana water. Hold on, I gotta find the picture. Like,
also the sign banana water, like who is so not like within their cognitive mind able to go up and see that that's literally a cut up banana in the water? Like putting a label on that is also like a dig at the intelligence of the people interacting with it.
Fruit water, hey, that's what they call me.
All right, I'm
me
gonna
when
get
when I'm douching.
Do you have psyop corner or no?
Yeah, I have psyop corner. Yeah, I forgot to do it. We've been forgetting the end of the episodes, the last couple episodes. Okay, Drew's psyop corner. Better eat your girl pussy before her homegirls do it. Bitch is gay as fuck these days.
Okay.
That's good.
I forgot to do this one. How the fuck your breath stank around Christmas? It's free peppermints everywhere.
That one's really good.
After I die, I'm gonna come back as a pecan tree so motherfuckers can eat my nuts. This is like the certified classic. Bitches smoke their whole pregnancy and ask why the baby keeps crying. Bitch, he needs an eighth. I have like 8 more, but I should just save them.
Do one more.
Being called a liar when I know I took time to make it sound true gets me so mad.
Oh my God, that was good. Okay. My media of the week is I only have one song and it's Overkill by Men at Work. I like can't stop listening to that song. I listened to it a lot as a kid because of my parents, and like that song makes me so happy. It was also in The Adults, which I don't think like people loved that movie, but I liked that movie, so suck my balls.
Guys, I was so depressed on the airplane, and I don't know why I was so sad. Like it was just such a weird vibe, and I was like, "Ooh, you know what would hit right now was Kid A and OK Computer." And I downloaded both of those albums and listened to it all 4 hours of the flight. Actually, it was like 5 hours because I was on the fucking tarmac for 1 hour each way. It was hell. But I listened to OK Computer and Kid A, and then a little bit of In Rainbows that I had downloaded. No one's talking about Radiohead. Like, literally no one is having this conversation. Like,
why do they call it Radiohead? Because it's always on the radio and it's stuck in me head.
Oh my God. But how did
Samar just texted me because we like for my one birthday excursion is I think you know about this. Actually, I don't know. Samar was like, oh my God, they're doing the Michael Jackson musical in LA and we should all go. And I was like, oh my God, that could be my birthday excursion. It's getting a few people and going. And then he just texted me. Our only texts have been about that, by the way. And then he goes, bro, I had a MJ the Musical nightmare. They were trying to kill me and eat my body.
Sounds about right. Let's check and see if Michael Jackson was on those flight logs. Oh.
Shut up.
Actually, one thing I saw, Trisha Paytas did has one of the funniest things I've ever heard, and I never heard it until like last week. But she was like, I love the colors like of the trans flag. It's almost like a gender reveal. And she's like, oh. And I was like, oh, she's so smart. Like, that's so funny. Literally me and you talking on the phone. But How to Disappear Completely by Radiohead. Ooh. Don't even get me started. Don't get me started. Is that Rick Owens? No, seriously, who is that?
It's Brew.
Oh. The fact that he's 386 years old.
The fact that every now and then he comes out with a song that it sounds like a Brockhampton song is like awesome.
Yeah, we need to have that conversation. Brockhampton stole their entire swag from RuPaul. I don't think we're ready for that conversation.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you have an amazing week.
And pucker those buttholes. Make daddy proud.